this new normal.
Just take time to spend with your family, have a moment of just gratitude, maybe kind of recenter, come back to a place of peace, a place of strength.
And this priest in Germany has found a creative solution to making parishioners feel included. He's taken pictures of the congregants to the pews so that they can be seen as he streams services.
The closeness and personal contact to people are missing, of course, but having heard the feedback from many in the past 2 weeks about how they feel this is a good alternative for them that truly includes them in the service.
These socially distant celebrations are ideal as authorities worldwide are urging folks to stay home Easter weekend. And in a special Easter message, Queen Elizabeth spoke about the hope Easter brings and light overcoming darkness.
We know that coronavirus will not overcome us. As dark as death can be, particularly for those suffering with grief, light and life are greater.
Meanwhile, businesses which typically thrive during the Easter season are being impacted, like Belgian chocolate shops who make 15 to 25% of their yearly income selling chocolate eggs and Easter bunnies. The confectioners are considered essential, but with sales expected to be far lower this year, chocolatiers are concerned.
I'm afraid if it doesn't get tourists anymore, it will be a disaster, even in the future.
President Donald Trump, who typically goes to Easter services with his family, plans to watch Mass online at the White House. We plan to showcase how some places of worship across Texoma are adapting their Easter services tomorrow. A judge has issued a temporary restraining order that blocks enforcement of an executive order from Governor Greg Abbott that bans suspects accused of or previously convicted of violent crimes from being released on a personal bond. Abbott signed the order March 29, saying it was meant to prevent the release of dangerous criminals in Texas. Abbott said at the time, quote, "Releasing dangerous criminals makes the state even less safe. That also complicates and slows our ability to respond to the disaster," end quote. A lawsuit opposing the order was filed by the ACLU of Texas, Texas Fair Defense Project, the ACLU's Criminal Law Reform Project, and the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights Under Law. Yesterday, Judge Laura Livingston of the 261st Civil District Court granted a temporary restraining order in the case and said there should be a hearing April 24th to determine if it should be changed to a temporary injunction until the trial begins. Well, a recent study by Wallet Hub highlights a nearly 2,300% increase in unemployment claims in Texas compared to this time last year.
Zach Verdia spoke with Texas Workforce Solutions to find out the best resources for unemployment. Zach?
The Texas Workforce Commission's previous record for calls in one day was around 60,000. Recently, they shattered that record with over 3 million calls in one day. They are taking extra steps to help during the rise in unemployment during the pandemic.
There's a lot of uncertainty. None of us have dealt with a situation quite like this before. So, just to have a listening ear and some support here, we want people to know that they're not alone, that we are here to help them.
The Texas Workforce Commission and Workforce Solutions of North Texas are working to provide all resources possible for those unemployed during this time, along with taking steps to make sure their staff is equipped for the influx in calls.
We've moved about 450 staff from other departments into unemployment insurance services. We emergency hired about 100 people to work in our call centers, and we are continuing to hire.
Business and Outreach Manager for Workforce Solutions North Texas, Kendra Ball, says they are surprisingly seeing slight increases in available jobs for the recently unemployed.
We have also seen a spike in employers that are hiring, and we're trying to connect the two. We're trying to connect the people who are out of work, who still need that income, with employers who need the help.
Resources like workintexas.com and ui.texasworkforce.org are seeing an increase in traffic and may be effective during this time.
90% of our claims go through online. The only thing you're going to need is your social security number and your home address. That's it. The process takes about 7 minutes. From the to apply and qualify, you can receive, for those who are eligible, you can receive benefits on average in about 21 days.
If you've tried and already been denied, Gomez says it may not be too late.
On April 5th, we moved to a new quarter, and we are looking at a different base period, which is January to December 2019. So it's a different time. So people who have applied and were denied before April 5th may not qualify. So we're recommending that they try again.
Available resources for those who have hit tough times and are back on the job hunt.
And you can find all those websites and phone numbers again over at Texomashomepage.com.